Hey folks, I'm the new under the sun. I just spent about 10 minutes talking without recording anything. I want to talk about the timeline of the return of the Lord and specifically a cashless society. The Bible says that an Antichrist figure will be coming and he will present and provide a mark for all the humans on earth to take. It's going to be on your right hand or in your forehead. In your right hand or in your forehead. And what is it going to do? It's going to prevent you from buying and selling unless you have it. And if you don't have it, you won't be able to feed your family. You won't be able to buy groceries. You won't be able to hold down a job because your business, who is paying you, won't be able to give cash to you in payment for your work. And then if you try and spend that cash anywhere, no one will take it. They're trying to get rid of cash altogether. And this is very close. And so we have this economic collapse, this economic reset coming. Social collapse will come. Civil unrest is already underway all around the world. War. And through this, the Antichrist will step in onto the scene and say, you know what, I can rescue you from all of this, save your souls, feed you, bring peace to the world. And by the way, it's got to get a lot harder and a lot more war before he will convince all to give up their sovereignty to him. But he's going to say, I'll give peace, and he's going to bring in this mark. Well, Israel is moving quickly. jpost.com. Israel bans use of cash for purchases larger than NIS 6,000. Now it's what they're saying is money laundering. A new law is set to take effect in Israel starting August 1st. Will ban payments of large sums of cash and bank checks. The goal of the reform, according to a statement, is to fight organized crime. It's the criminals. If you have cash, if you buy and selling cash, if you insist on using cash, you're probably a criminal. Did you know that? Money laundering and tax non-compliance. So they want to get everybody digital so that they don't have to wait for you to pay the government the taxes. They can just take the taxes out of your bank account. Under the new law, the payment to a business above $6,000 or $1,700 must be made using alternative methods such as digital transfer or a debit card. Now, if you think this is just for businesses, look, private citizens have a limit too. Trading between private citizens who are not listed as a business owner will be limited to $4,300 in cash. Sometimes you buy a used car, you're giving someone more than $4,300 in cash for that used car. Can't do that anymore in Israel. Government wants to track you. They want to know where that is. They want their piece of the pie. This is another step in Israel's fight against the use of cash. Previously, cash up to the amount of $3,200 could be used in business deals. So you notice it went from $3,200 to $1,700. I'm not sure the time period, but when they create these laws, they don't create laws to eventually remove them. Remember, income tax was supposed to be a temporary tax. It was supposed to be completely removed after the war, but it stuck around. Once this rule is in, and it was in for $3,200, then they have that to $1,700. What's the next step going to be? You think they're going to remove it because it works so well they don't need this law anymore? No, they're going to send that down to 1,000, 500, eventually down to 0, where they will force everybody to use digital means. And the pandemic did a good job of pushing a lot of people to digital means for fear of COVID, transferring on cash or coins, or some businesses just refuse to accept cash. So what does their government say? Well, we want the public to reduce the use of cash. The goal is to reduce cash fluidity, mainly because organized crime tend to rely on cash. If you continue to do business in cash, they will start assuming that you are a criminal and you are doing criminal things, illegal things, because you insist on using cash. Folks, we're in the last days. We're very, very close. It's only going to take a reset of some sort, a quick reset for the nations of the world to all say, you know what, we're going to clamp down on this very hard and remove cash altogether. And if you don't accept the mark that the Antichrist is going to offer to you, you must be part of organized crime. You must be a criminal if you insist on not being part of the beast system. Not gonna call it the beast system, of course. And you know what? If you don't take the mark, you won't be able to buy or sell. You will be excluded from the economy. You won't be able to hold a job, and your employer won't be able to pay you because you won't be part of the system. You won't be able to go to your neighbor and give them cash because they're not going to accept it. They're going to know it's illegal to accept cash unless all your neighbors are, Christian and all in the same boat. This is coming to a city and a country near you. Ultimately, all citizens will have to make the choice to be part of the B system or not. It's going to be very, very hard to not be part of this B system because you will have to give up everything: your house, your clothes, your salary, your income, your food. You won't be able to survive. You won't be able to provide for your family. It's going to be very, very hard in the last days, folks. We're getting close. The situation in the world is getting close to the place where the Antichrist can come in and say, you know what, I'm going to save all of you from famine, from starvation, from economic collapse, from war. I'm going to save all of you. You just have to bow to me and take this mark in your right hand to your forehead and be part of our new economic system, and then everything will be awesome in the world. But it only ends up being somewhat awesome for 3.5 years until the abomination of desolation and the wrath of God falls. But through that time, the horsemen of the apocalypse are riding. And so it's a very, very bad time. We are so close to this. And this article in JPost is so very interesting to see. And this will be coming to, again, a country near you. Every country is going to start doing this. As the economy gets worse and worse, they're going to have more excuses to get rid of cash so that they can basically print more dollars, add ones and zeros to your bank account to keep the funny money alive. Thanks for watching, folks. I'll leave it there. We'll see you in the next video.